Hi, I'm Tiffany Domino. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission there is to help you grow your business from idea to enterprise. Today, I want to do a review of GetResponse. I want to talk about some pros, cons, and alternatives to GetResponse email marketing software. So if you're looking for a thorough GetResponse review, you're definitely in the right place. So statistics show that 99% of consumers check their emails every day, and more than 50% of U.S. respondents reported checking their email more than 10 times per day. As a result, we know email is an effective method for communicating. As an entrepreneur or business professional, it's important to be mindful of what tools consumers use most to communicate, and to use those to remind customers and potential customers that you exist. A lot of entrepreneurs get confused and start to get into social media and other forms of communication, thinking that they can get better access to customers through using tools like that. But in fact, email actually has a very high response rate. Becoming a customer of a business usually takes more than one contact, and to become a repeat and consistent customer takes even more reminders. Most people build their trust with certain companies, then continue to revisit them for more and more merchandise and purchasing decisions. Walmart and Amazon didn't start out having people who visit them weekly, bi-weekly, or even daily. They didn't start out that way. Instead, they created a good product line, they expanded it, and they used tools like email to remind customers with campaigns like, just to remind you, we offer ... or we're having a holiday sale, or other campaigns like that. So if you're serious about growing your business, you have to begin leveraging the technology available to you to automate some of the reputation building activities in your business, like email marketing. And GetResponse is one software choice that can help you with that. So in this GetResponse review, I'll tell you what it is, how it works, pros and cons, what it does well, what it does not, what others are saying, my recommendation, and of course we'll do a video walkthrough so you can see what it's like to actually join GetResponse and to use the software yourself. Then I'll talk about some alternatives in case you want to do some comparison shopping. So if you decide at any point you want to skip the remainder of the review, check down in the description box below, and I'll have some links to where you can get some email marketing training, as well as links to where you can learn how to get leads to your business every day with How to Entrepreneur. And I'll also be showing you some how you can get a free trial for GetResponse. That will also be in the description box below. So what is GetResponse? GetResponse was founded in 1997 by Simon Grabowski, and the first office was opened in 1998. So GetResponse has been in the email marketing industry for quite some time. Since it's grown into a company with more than 350,000 customers in 183 countries, 300 teammates, and 15 years of experience. They offer a suite of software tools that help you nurture your relationships with your customers virtually, including email automation tools, landing pages, webinars, customer relations management software, and autoresponders. So those are all really helpful to manage the relationships that you have with your customers, even if you can't meet with them physically. So how does GetResponse work? So let's say you start a new business and you start to meet people and let them know what you do. They say, great, I'll keep you in mind when I need that service, but they go about their lives. You keep their business cards and you never really hear from them again. So it could be a missed opportunity, right? Instead, you can add their email addresses into your email marketing software, follow up with them, even if it's just on holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, and keep checking in with them so you stay top of mind. Then when you're on the top of their minds, when your service is really needed, they'll remember, because a lot of times people, they get into a routine. They may use the same grocery store, they probably go to the same post office, and they get into a routine of kind of using the same services, and then they don't realize that sometimes they don't even realize that the problem you solve exists in their lives. So the more you like correspond with them, and the more you remind them and say, hey, just to remind you, this is what I do, this is what I offer. If this problem ever comes up, make sure to reach out. The more you remind them and kind of break up that monotony or that normal pattern that they have, then the more they'll think about, wow, that is a problem that I have, or maybe this is an alternative solution that could really work for me. So a lot of times as entrepreneurs, when we reach out once or twice, we start to get discouraged and think, well, because they didn't respond the first or the second time, that maybe they just don't want what I offer. But in fact, it could just be the angle. It could be, just remessaging. It could just be a little more experimentation, a little more persistence that's required in order to get that change of routine to happen and to even experiment with what you offer, and email can really be a big help with that. You can also add nice and decorated landing pages to your website. You can add opt-in forms to collect email addresses online, and you can schedule appointments virtually and use the GetResponse webinar software to coordinate across locations. So in my walkthrough, I want to show you how to create an account, how to create an email, how to check analytics, how to set up a campaign, how to use GetResponse landing pages and sign up forms, how to use the GetResponse integrations, or what they look like. Let me say that because I'm not going to show you all of the uses of the integrations, but I also want to show you how to set up a webinar. So let's head over to GetResponse. And I'll keep going back to the screen just to make sure I show you all of these key things, these parts of the software. So first, when you get to GetResponse, this is what you see. And as you can see, they offer quite a few things: the email marketing, marketing automation, landing pages, and then different list growth tools. So I've already created an account, and I created the account yesterday, so this is not the service that I normally use. However, I'm creating this review for you so you can decide if this is a good fit for you. And then I'll let you know when I talk about the alternatives what service I've chosen for my business. But let's be mindful that email marketing is different for everybody, and the interface and things like that, there's preferences that people have based off of the services that they provide and the things that they do. So it's not like one is bad and one is good. Instead, email marketing is more like going to, like I gave the example yesterday, but it's more like going to the drink aisle at Walmart, and you have several drink selections there, and some of them are your favorites, some of them not so much, and I may have different favorites as well. So email marketing software, there's so many different features and layouts and interfaces and options and so many different things to choose from with the current service providers that are out there, that it's really about choosing your flavor. And so I'll tell you what I've chosen, and you can decide if that's a good fit for you. I've also done a video and a demo of the software that I currently use so that you can evaluate that one. But let's go ahead and take a look at GetResponse. So once you create an account with GetResponse, the process to create an account is that they don't require billing information, which is cool. You get a 30-day free trial, and the link will be in the description box below where you can get access to that. When you go through my link, it supports this channel, and it also you can also send me a message or let me know if you have any questions about GetResponse in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to help. But anyway, with GetResponse, when you go to their website, you create your account. They require that you send their email, and then you set up your account. They send you an email to verify your email address, and then your account is created. So it's a really brief process. It doesn't take long. Once you log onto the account, this is what you see. So as you can see, along the left side, you can create a form, create a newsletter, create a landing page, add contacts, or create an autoresponder. They also have down here this list building course to help you with some ideas about how you can build your email list, but also to show you different integrations and how you can use it. So that's also very nice. And then they have an affiliate program. So if you're interested in affiliate marketing, they have an affiliate program where you can recommend the product to other people, and you can get a commission for recommending other people to the product. So if you go here in their menu, they have email marketing, autoresponders, automation, webinars, simple CRM landing pages, forms, and surveys. So we'll go to each of those so you can see what's offered. Let's start with the email marketing. So across here they have where you can create a newsletter. You can send your RSS, which is like if you have a website or a blog, when you post onto your blog, you can have it where it sends that message or sends your blog post out to the people on your email list. You can also have where it sends a message from a podcast or another RSS feed like YouTube, and you can send that to the people on your email list. It has statistics and reporting here so that you can get an idea about how the people are engaging with your emails. Are they opening them? Are they clicking through the links that you put inside of the emails? Is there a better time that you should be sending the emails? You can kind of do some testing, and they also have split testing options so you can test different arrangements in your email. So for email marketing, and then for the autoresponders, this is how you would be able to, like, let's say you have a website on health and wellness. You could do like a 7-day boot camp on how to lose weight, or 7-day boot camp on how to use the keto diet, or different things like that. You can create a autoresponder where every day it would send them a new prompt. You can also use that in a service-based business like accounting or legal, or any type of service-based business like that, where when you add people onto your email list, it can be kind of like an introduction to your company, what you do, what type of problems you solve there, and when they can get in contact with you, different things you can add into that email autoresponder so that you can kind of warm up the relationship between you and your new contact. So you can create as many email autoresponders as you want. And then here, when you go to this tab, it'll show you how many have been delivered, how many have been opened, and what the click-through rate is. So that's also really helpful. And you can set it either immediately, or you can set a message to go out consecutively from there. And I just want to show you briefly how it works. So I've already set an email for day 1, and so as you can see, it allows me to set an email for as many, however I want to do it. I can set another email for day 0, and so this will be test 1, and this email will go out 1 day after the first email. And I can choose which list I want it to go to. This is the only list that I have in my account currently, but you can set a different list for different things. Let's say, for example, you have, let's go back to the accounting example, and you have some clients that you do bookkeeping for, and then you have some clients that you do taxes for. You can have a different list for each one so that you can send out different information and reminders. Maybe your bookkeeping clients, you want them to bring paperwork to you every certain frequency, whereas the tax clients, you want them to remember to keep their receipts together and things. So you can use email autoresponders to remind your clients of different things. Even if you want to do that throughout the year, you can set up these autoresponders so it's not something you have to manually remember and do. So any topics that you can think of like that are in your business where you need to stay top of mind, you need to um, continue reminding them, you can use email to effectively remind them. Let's go back to those stats. 99% of people check their email. So this is a really useful tool. So that's how you do the autoresponders. When you go to automation, I'll go ahead and leave that. When you go into automation, you see they have quite a few different options here. They have automation templates. This is useful if you do e-commerce or if you sell information products or if you sell on your website. They have the abandoned cart automation that you can use. They have web event tracking, so you can sync it with your Google Analytics. And if you're familiar with using Google Analytics, you can set goals and you can track how the people are converting to these specific goals. If you're unfamiliar with how to use Google Analytics or how to track the data and all of that stuff, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Again, my course, Intro to Lead Generation, will show you how you can get access to that information and how you can learn, these things about internet marketing that can really help you to grow your business and to use the internet to leverage a lot of the tasks that you do. So we also have automation segmentation. So if you have clients that are in two different segments, going back to the bookkeeping and the taxes example, you can automate that segmentation so you don't have to manually go in and say this is a bookkeeping client or manually say this is a taxes client. You can set it up where that process can be automated. And then they have of course, email marketing automation, the tags, and the scoring. So scoring is really helpful to see which leads are, like in sales, they call them warm or cold leads. So a cold lead is someone who's maybe not really engaging with your content, showing little interest in your pitches and whatever else that you deliver. So those people are less likely to make a purchase because they're not showing that much interest. Whereas with lead scoring, you can see who's really showing a lot of interest, and you can follow up with them differently and interact with them differently in email. So that's a really effective metric, and it's really helpful. And then, as you can see, GetResponse has training here to help you utilize these marketing automations. So you can create a workflow, and as you can see, they have a lot of things set up for you so that you can just basically go in and customize things for your specific business. But they have all of these templates that you can use. So this is really awesome. And then you have the webinars. This is another really nice feature. So there's webinar software. A lot of times you have to pay for this separately. And similar with the lead scoring and all of those things, a lot of these features are typically upsells, or you have to get a completely separate piece of software to do it. And webinars is one of those things. So with GetResponse, you can schedule a webinar, you can send out your invitations, and you can use this to grow your email list. So they have included in their webinar chat, polls, screen sharing whiteboards, and YouTube integration. So that's really awesome. Then you can get your attendee statistics and PDF reports, high quality video recording. Um, so this is really awesome. And to create your webinar, it's also simple. So you just name your webinar, it gives you a link, and you set up the webinar start, you send out the reminders, and you send it out to the list that you want it to go to. So you could choose your own thank you page, so you can send them back to your website for a thank you. You can share it on social media, so they have those integrations. So this webinar feature, even if you don't use the email marketing automation, this might be worthwhile for you. Because most email marketing softwares don't have webinars. You would have to get a separate software for that, and usually the software you have to get is like comparable or greater in price than GetResponse. So that's another thing to consider. And then they also have this simple CRM. So let's take a look. So customer relations management software is really helpful to keep you reminded of which customers you need to follow up with, where they are in the pipeline. Are they in the awareness phase, or are they closer to making a buy, making a purchase? So once you kind of have a clear idea of your pipeline, then you can create uh, um, use your customer relations management um, to kind of document where each customer is in that timeline. So as you can see, new qualified lead. So this could be maybe a person who took your course, or a person who came to your website and went through your funnel. It could be a person who you met live, and you've qualified them as being a new lead. And then they have where you give the presentation, you give a proposal, um, won and lost. So you can edit this, and you can use this to track the status of your leads. And since it's integrated with your email marketing software, then you can also take the people that are on your email list and really be conscious about how you're moving them through these stages. So this is really helpful. It's nice and visual. So that's really awesome. And so in addition to that, they have the landing pages. And with the landing pages, um, as you can see, they have 110 plus templates, and they also have A/B testing. They have a drag and drop editor. It's a responsive design, so people can see it on their different devices. They have pre-designed thank you pages, and it integrates with Google Analytics, so you'll be able to watch your data. So this is another thing. Usually you would pay for software like ClickFunnels or Thrive Themes or Builderall or different software to perform this function. But let's take a look at how this compares, because I've used those softwares before, and so I can let you know how GetResponse compares to those leading page builders, and also, so let me choose. Let's choose an opt-in form. So test opt-in. So I did go around and read different reviews of GetResponse customers, and let me tell you what some of them were saying, so that way as I'm going through this test and this demo, you can evaluate whether the pros and cons are truly pros and cons for you. But the based off of the reviews, the positive reviews were that it's a great value for the price, it's easy to use, great training and guides, love the user interface, great stats and reporting options, great spam scores feature which helps with deliverability. Um, so, and then some of the negative feedback was too many options. So people said there's too many things to do. Um, that the billing date changes. So that's something to be mindful of, that maybe the withdrawal date changes. But I would venture to say that this could be something that was subjective. So if you talk to GetResponse, I would ask about that. Another thing is they count one person on multiple separate lists or segments as a separate subscriber, so your billing tier goes up quicker. That's something to be mindful of, because as your email list grows, then that could make an impact. Say, for example, you have, going back to the accounting example, you have people on your bookkeeping list that are also on your tax list. GetResponse would count those as two subscribers. And since they charge based off of how many subscribers you have, those two subscribers will basically be a cost. You'll be charged over time at a higher tier if you have several customers that are like that. When it's just, a few here and there, it doesn't really matter. But the more and more that happens, the more it can impact your billing. So another negative review was that the landing pages are nice, but oftentimes they either have too much preloaded or not enough. So let's see how easy it is to take things off and add things onto these landing pages when I am doing this demo. And then another thing some of the customers mentioned is that they wish they could accept payments and build full funnels in GetResponse, rather than using GetResponse and then having another software like ClickFunnels or Builderall. And then they also mentioned that it's not intuitive enough for heavy e-commerce use. So let's see if we find the same things. So, okay. So let's look at this form that's supposed to be a webinar opt-in form. So it lets us drag and resize. Um, I think this, of course, may have a little learning curve, but so far so good. So let's say our webinar is testing, testing, testing. Okay. And okay, so for a webinar like this, let's see if we can change this background and how easy it would be. So I think this would definitely take some playing around with, just based off of a few seconds of trying to work with it. This is something that I probably personally would be working with the customer support on to get a good understanding, or I would take some time to watch some of their tutorials so that I could learn exactly how to use this and how to do it. Because so far it does seem like it'll take a little bit of a learning curve to experiment with it. But it looks like for the most part it's just drag and drop, but it doesn't automatically reposition things when you drag. So like these overlap and things like that. Whereas other softwares like page builders and other landing page softwares, usually it'll move the other elements around when you add something in. But it's still nice to have all of this included into your email marketing software. And I'm sure that it's functional enough that it's worth the price because GetResponse is really affordably priced. And this is still a very nice looking landing page. I think it probably, of course, would need some tweaks in order to make it just how you would want it to be. But I think it definitely would work. So let's go back to GetResponse so you can see the other features that it has. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Um, but going back, they also have, so the landing pages, they have the forms and the surveys, so you can create surveys and things. That can help with getting to know the people on your list, and um, you can do customer feedback, you can do all kinds of surveys. So this here is where you would create your forms to go on your website so you can get people to sign up for your email list. So they have quite a few templates, and a lot of them are really nice looking templates. So you would just go in and change and make some tweaks so that it's workable for your situation. And then also, if you look here, they have quite a few integrations as well. So they integrate with Facebook, so you can add an email opt-in form onto your Facebook page. They integrate with WordPress. And some nice things about the WordPress integration is that you can even integrate it with your comment section so that when people comment, it can give them the option to sign up. If you sell products on your website, it also integrates with other e-commerce software like WooCommerce so that when people are making a purchase, it can give them the option to also sign up for your newsletter. So those are two great options because it can really increase the conversion rate of people going onto your email. And then it integrates with PrestaShop, Joomla, and Drupal as well. So those are nice. And as you can see, they also have a mobile app, so you can do things on your phone or on your tablet. So they have a lot of nice features. Let's go and take a look at the pricing, so you can see how much all this costs. So this is really $15 a month for all of these features. I think this is really like, you know, they deliver a lot for that price. You would pay more than this just for the webinar software. And for landing page software nowadays, like ClickFunnels or software like that, you're paying, like $99 or so per month. Um, so this is more than affordable for all of the features that it offers. And even if it has a few quirks that make it a little more difficult to use than the more expensive options, that's to be expected. So it still has workflows and tags. It still has the autoresponders and the landing pages. So the webinars, it looks like you can only have it's added in at the $49 a month tier. You get the webinars with 100 attendees, and then the amount of attendees you can have on your webinars goes up with the higher tier plans. Um, but still, this is really a lot that you get for the price. So going back, I think GetResponse is perfect for small business owners who want the functionality of email automation, landing pages, and and email in one, and those who want a modern and playful interface. As you can see, GetResponse has a really nice modern interface. Those who want to manage email marketing for others, GetResponse can make that really easy because, as you can see, you have the data and the reporting, so you can report back to your clients how their email campaigns are doing. You can also have a lot of automation options with GetResponse. Now, I have seen people who reviewed it who were expecting to use it for e-commerce, and so it doesn't have the high level functionality that some of the other alternatives have. So that's something to think about. But for the price, I think it definitely offers a lot. Some of the other alternatives are much higher price for all of those features. And I think it's also perfect for those who want an affordable price. So I showed you some of the tools and training that they offer, but they also have a help center. And their help center, even if you decide not to be a GetResponse customer, their help center has so much information and ideas on how to integrate email marketing with your business that I think you should just stop by and take a look at the GetResponse help center and their blog and things like that, because a lot of their articles are super helpful just from me glancing at them, and I thought, man, this is great inspiration. So you can take a look at that stuff. It's also helpful to note that GetResponse is very widely used. They have 350,000 customers, so they're definitely one of the largest market shares of email marketing. So they also have lots of tutorials and tips on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers who use them, so you won't feel like buried, or you won't have information on how to use GetResponse. Um, so GetResponse also has the Help Center, and they have 24/7 live chat. So if you have trouble with the software, that's another way you can get help. And they have email support as well. And then GetResponse, what do I think they do well, and what did I notice that other customers were saying that they did well? They have designed a very nice user interface, like I mentioned. They have lots of features in GetResponse, and it's fairly simple to use. The prices are very affordable. Their statistics and analytics is easy to use and understand. They offer landing pages, so you can really cut costs if you wanted to. They offer more features than their competitors in the same price range, so it's a very high value for the price. And they have high customer satisfaction ratings, so that's another advantage of GetResponse. What doesn't GetResponse do well? They don't offer a full sales funnel builder platform. So a lot of people use ClickFunnels or Thrive Themes or Builderall or Elementor or different page builders like that, because they want to have a full funnel where you can have the landing page and then possibly the upsell page, and then different pages all linked together to bring the buyer completely through their buyer's journey. So GetResponse doesn't have that. It's more of, you have the landing page and then you have the thank you page. So if you wanted to be able to add more steps into the funnel, it doesn't work for that. And customer reviews also suggest that the software is easy to use, but since there's lots of options, it can be difficult to make decisions. So GetResponse, I already read the roundup of the good and the bad, what some of the customers were saying, but let's look at the most helpful GetResponse review that I found was by a Capterra reviewer by the name of Lee K. And they said, as pros, I've used this software for the past 3 years, and I cannot be happier with the amount of options I have available to me for the cost. There is a lot of room to customize everything in this software. I like that I can completely customize opt-in forms to be any size, any design you can dream up. It's really great for branding and staying consistent with your website's design. I have also used their landing pages, which are really simple to format and create in a short amount of time. They are completely customizable, and are great if you want to quickly set up an opt-in without creating a whole website. I use their platform to send out a weekly email. This process is so quick and seamless for me as I can turn any email I've sent in the past into a template. I can simply change the content of each email and send it in a snap. I also love that this software has so many tools integrated into it. I can create an opt-in and send an automated email as well as filter my subscribers into my main email list. It's nice to have it all in one. The cons, the only complaint I have about this software is that it almost has too many options. I can feel a bit overwhelmed when you log in to know what to do and where to go. I only use a few of the many options because of this. I know what I use on a daily basis and I'm familiar with that, but I don't explore too much as it feels cumbersome to navigate quickly. And then overall, the customer said, I use the software with an email list that is around 1,200 people. I send out weekly emails and have 2 opt-ins that I use on a consistent basis. I also use their Android app to track my opens and clicks with every email I send. It makes it easy to determine how I'm doing and explore insights on a regular basis. So that was a very thorough review by that customer. But it's also helpful to see what customers are saying who have negative experiences. And so I won't, try to mislead you into thinking that everybody's having a good experience at GetResponse. There are some people who are not. And so I want you to understand the limits that the software has so you can have realistic expectations on how it can and should be used. So this customer was having trouble with importing their contacts. They said, I have decided to move from Aweber to GetResponse. After paying the $15 for some reason, GetResponse charged my card twice. When I wanted to import my list of nearly 200 genuine subscribers, so-called Hydra, this is not a joke, by the way, red flagged my list because it allegedly looks similar to other lists on their system. When I tried to dispute and prove this is my list, not a chance. All I got was an automated response stating the same thing over and over. Waste of time. Luckily, this happened at the beginning. Who knows what tricks they might have later on when I needed to run campaigns. So that was a reviewer on Trustpilot by the name of Thomas Davids. And I saw other reviewers who had a similar experience. So if you want to import your list to GetResponse, I would say do it within the trial and see how it works. Hopefully you don't have this problem with the Hydra error while you're importing your list, but definitely try it out because they do have the free trial. Don't wait until you get past the 30 days to try out importing your list. So as far as the GetResponse price, I told you how it breaks down. And so my final opinion is that overall, GetResponse is a great option for email marketing. If you're looking for software that can help automate email communication, that can enable you to do webinars, that serves as a customer relations management system, and that you can use to create landing pages, you should definitely check out GetResponse and decide if it's a good fit for you. They have a 30-day trial. It's risk-free. You don't have to enter your card. So like I said, I'll leave the link in the description box below. I'll also leave the link to this full article where I'll have other links to alternatives, and I have a full playlist that you can check out on email marketing if you visit my channel. I've done several demos and walkthroughs with pros and cons on email marketing so that you can evaluate which is the best fit for you. For me personally, I use ConvertKit, and when you look at the video, you can see why. ConvertKit has a lot of features that are special for online entrepreneurs, internet marketers, and bloggers, and it was created by a blogger for a blogger. However, I create my content here at How to Entrepreneur for people of different business types. So that's why I've done several different reviews of various different types of email marketing software because I know that just because ConvertKit works well for me as an internet entrepreneur and as a blogger does not mean that it'll work well for an accountant or a lawyer. or a contractor or other people who have different business models or business types. And some of these other software options that I recommend would be better suited for their business type. So definitely check out the playlist, check out the other videos I have on email marketing, and decide which user interface is best for you, which one looks best, because really this is all down to what you will use. Email marketing is only effective if you actively log onto your email marketing service and use it. I know that's common sense, but a lot of people, they try to find the best software, the one that has the most features, the one that so and so other person is using, and then when they get access to it, it's so overwhelming for them. So it really doesn't give them a good benefit. You'll get the highest return on investment from your email marketing service when you choose the one that you feel most comfortable using. So hopefully the demos that I've done and the reviews that I've done are helpful to let you see which one would be the best fit for you. That's really my goal, is to help you decide what would be the best fit for you. The links are in the description box below for the full article, as well as for my course, Intro to Lead Generation. And also, I offer free coaching, 7 days for free, 2 free websites, 10 free training lessons on internet marketing, and my e-course as an added bonus when you sign up over at Wealthy Affiliate. At Wealthy Affiliate, they teach a lot about internet marketing, about email marketing as one huge topic that they talk about there, and different traffic generation methods, different monetization methods. There's a wealth of information that they teach, and I'm privileged to be able to offer my premium coaching there and to collaborate there and create training and different things to really make that platform even better. In addition to that, I have more courses that I'll be launching over at How to Entrepreneur, and any of those people who follow my referral to Wealthy Affiliate will get discounts on those courses. So not only will you get my coaching, but you'll also get 2 free websites, 10 free training lessons on internet marketing, and my e-course as a bonus. I'll leave the information on Wealthy Affiliate in the description box below. Again, if you go through my link, you'll have access to all of these extra bonuses. And so that's all I have for you today. Again, hopefully this review was helpful for you. My mission is to help you grow your business from idea to enterprise, and you can see more information about more tips, more reviews, more growth strategies, and inspiration over at howtoentrepreneur.org. So if you like this video, please give this a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this where I do reviews or growth strategies, definitely stop by my channel and subscribe. That's all I have for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.